So I hear we have the highest deposit, another potential of Nigeria. Then I also heard Mr. Tubosun talk about infrastructure. So even though we have it as a natural resource, we have to add value for it to be usable and for it to be available. Are we giving enough attention to infrastructure in this area?
Great question. I think, I think he made the very good point. The reality of it is when you look at potential, the potential that we carry from a pure natural resource endowment, there are very few countries that can beat that. Even oil, we're the highest in Africa, production, of course, not reserves. But gas, I think, is our biggest competitive advantage. There's no question of that. So when you think about it, we have the gas all along the coast of Nigeria. In today's world, many of the houses, even if you just come off straight of the coast, how many of our houses actually have gas being piped in for consumption, like you're describing? Very few. So infrastructure question. That should have been a given, years and years ago, but we've been unable to solve that question. And I think it goes back to your point. CNG, there's no question that is the way to go. Whether you look at it from an affordability standpoint, I think, way cheaper, probably, a fourth of the price of PMS. But the reality of it is the mechanics to take natural gas, compress it in that way, and send it all the way to Sokoto or to, all of those. I think those are the things that remain still a big question. I can see how PMS is easily done. And when you listen to Dangote, actually, just last week, very clever strategy. What they said is, instead of sending all of those tankers through Lagos and Lekki to cause the gridlock, they're going to take much of that PMS across the coast of Nigeria into Port Harcourt, and from Port Harcourt, Warri and Calabar, and start to send them up north. The truth about it is, liquid fuels are much easier to handle. Are they cheaper? No, they're not. Are they safer? No, they're not. I'd rather have gas, but the reality of it is they're much cheaper to handle. But I would say this, gas is Nigeria's competitive advantage. We need to create the domestic demand for it. So yes, CNG, and if we could pipe the gas, even much better.